Welcome to the Grand Design series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 16th of July 1930. In the last part, it was a bit of a specialist part in the sense that I had to demolish a short length of track here in order to be able to get this rail connection done. And this was quite important because this does cover our waste processing capability over here. Also, I've been thinking a little bit about it, and while I'm not expecting this rail line to be particularly that busy, I do want to make a connection to the border simply because what we do need is access to the really good quality trains in this area. And if we look at the available trains, we've got access to cargo wagons, diesel locomotives, and of course, more importantly, we haven't actually got access to any electric locomotives at the moment, because this is going to be our main kind of pickup point for large railway vehicles and other large vehicles as well, which is something that may prove a bit of a challenge as we go forward. So that is something that's very much on the agenda that I need to think about. But in this part, what I want to do now is start thinking a little bit about getting out to building this town. We're not going to plan it all, but what I do want to do is get enough of the infrastructure here going. I think, can we remove this tower? Yeah, let's get rid of him. The Soviet Revolution is over and the Tsarist forces, or the White Russians, lost. So yeah, so what I want to do is start planning the main infrastructure. By main infrastructure is that we now need to start thinking a bit more on the modern term, which means we're talking about coal-fired heating, and of course we need the power grid. And of course that also equally applies to what we've got to do over here as well. So if there's enough time, we'll start planning in the infrastructure for this town as well. Now though, before we get that, I just need to check one thing, because I built two waste depots over here, and it's a little while since I've done it. I just want to make sure we've got this is our train aggregate loading. Yeah, I did put two dumps in here. One of these dumps is intended to feed into our gravel recycling plant here, and then of course we've got our main mixed waste coming in here, and then we've got our steel recycling there. The one thing that is missing from here is plastic recycling, but we may put that in later on. Make possibly summer up here or something. And to be completely honest, even when I've had a really large economy up and running, the amount of plastic you get for recycling is pretty low, except for one exception. That's where you've actually got an oil refinery. You seem to get anything that's oil related can produce a lot of plastic, but generally from domestic waste and that, plastic doesn't seem to come into it that much. Well, not at the moment. It'd be really fun if eventually the amount of plastic recycling increased when you got to the 1980s, but that's something that, maybe will come up. So I think that covers most of what's going on. I mean, we do have a little bit of a problem. So I got my happiness has dropped a little bit because I had a meat delivery problem here, but I think this has now been kind of fixed. I think it's because our meat truck is still out that way. Yeah, I had to suspend deliveries to here because our actual meat production over here started to drop off, although we got it back now. I think what I might do is reinstigate the meat deliveries out to here, because this is I think this is now full, isn't it? Let me just check. Yeah, 28 tons. Yeah, I had a little bit of disaster, and the problem is I actually overloaded this depot here, so that is a bit of an issue. Not this depot, this one. So technically I could probably do with another kind of distribution office out here. What have we got here? This is the booze delivery department. And, I think we're getting to a point now where we do need to start specializing our delivery, because I think this is the one that's collecting from the huts, and putting an extra delivery on there was a bit of a kind of a problem. I'm kind of wondering if I can get what we got here. I mean, I do need to sort these distribution offices out. I'm wondering, where can I put in? I mean, this is kind of in the wrong place down here, although this would be an ideal location. Because what we need to do is send meat up to there. Let's see what... Yeah, I mean, we got an overload here. Let me just trim up this little bit of road here. And then what we'll do is we'll put in a distribution office here. Yeah, I think we'll put a 6 in here. Again, I don't think we actually need to worry about building a gravel road. I think we can just tuck that in there. I don't think these might be... Oh no, they're not overloaded. And what I've been trying to do is kind of spread the load on, keep one for maintenance and keep the other one going for kind of general building. So what we'll do is we'll build this out here. We need some refrigerated trucks. I don't think we've got the ability to manufacture them. Let's have a look, see. No, I don't think we've got any options for refrigeration capacity. 1.5. We got 2 there. We got 3 there, but these are steam powered ice boxes, so they're relatively slow. I mean, if we go for speed, yeah, we're still in this area where the fast trucks deliver very little. I think we'll just have to buy the trucks here. We've got a fuel tanker there. I'm not sure if I've got enough space for up here for where yeah, we can put a fuel tanker in there. Not that I need it, it's just we've got to kind of make the space here for the various trucks. Actually, we can move these out as well. Citizens' happiness is too low. Yep. These people are a little bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is knock that back, and then we're going to empty this out, and then we're just going to demolish it. It's more trouble than it's worth. So we'll work on that. Just make sure. We've got quite a lot of crime. I'm not exactly sure what's causing that, but then crime does tend to grow over time. So let me just see that. Where's the crime stats? There it is. Pick this up. I mean, now when you're looking at crime, what you've got to remember is these are all the offences committed since the beginning of the year, so in 7 months. This is not the current status. I mean, I don't think we've got a problem. Just check the courthouse. Okay, the courthouse is getting a little bit loaded. I mean, we are getting that problem there. Just check the police station is good. Let's check the police station over here. Yeah, so we are dealing with the crime. We've got people in prison, so I don't think we've got anyone actually escaping. So I think it's just the fact that the crime itself just builds up over time. That's this hospital. There's the prison there. Yeah, so we've got no one escaping. We just need to push this up. Actually, I think what we might do... How's the... Yeah, we've got the influence by happiness. Anything else? Death of a child. I think the real problem is the lack of meat, but I think we can fix that over time. Just make sure that they're getting meat over here. You've got 1.86 there. And we got cut meat in that area there. Yeah, I think if we can I think the big problem was here. Yeah, we still don't have meat in this area. Where are you? Oh, I think he's just done a delivery. So I think that will work out over time. Anyway, I've been distracted enough. What I need to do now is to get into actually building up this area here. Now, the first thing I want to do is plan heating plants, because obviously we're not going to use the heating that we've been using over here. These small kind of heating plants here, which are fairly adequate for the towns this size. In fact, they're probably a little bit of an overload. I mean, I could put in another small heating plant should I need it into this area, but what I'm thinking here is this is going to be a fairly large modern town, because what we're going to have up here is an oil industry, plus I want some other stuff going out this way. Why have I got a great big cross in the center of the map? So, and of course the source of coal is down here, and we can't really run up a what we call it, we can't really run up a conveyor. We've only got a conveyor there. So what we're going to do is put the coal, the heating plant in this corner here. Now, so we've got to do a bit of measuring. Now, if I show you here, the large heating plant, which is what we're going to be going for, produces 26.5 tons of pollution per year. Now, the thing that you need to be aware of is that heating plants only operate during the winter. That means that during the summer they produce no pollution because they're shut down, because it's the way the temperature works. So although that says 26.5 tons per year, you can actually almost divide that in half, which means that over the course of a year, averaging out, the amount of pollution will be closer to 13, say 15 tons of pollution. The trouble is that the main pollution will be produced during the winter. So now the normal chart is, if you've got something that produces 26 tons of pollution per year, you put it a kilometer away. But the problem is the underground pipes only can stretch roughly a kilometer. So when you plan a heating plant, you've actually got to kind of compromise a bit. So what I'm looking at is a distance of, say, let's just measure out from, we'll say that the edge of the town's going to be there. What we're looking for is about 600 or 700. Yeah, so I think if we can put a heating plant up about here, maybe slightly against the mountains here. The alternative is we can come down out here. So if I kind of clear that, we could get to about, so basically what we're talking about is a major heating plant in this area. I'm kind of a bit inclined to actually, I just had a sudden thought. We need power out here as well. Now, I think I would like the main substation to be somewhere here, because it's going to need to be in range of fire protection. So let me just plan the main substation. We've got a high switch here. I think if we put this, actually we can probably come in a little bit, and if we put a fire station, because we're going to need to be able to provide fire coverage to the heating plant as well. So I think if we put the main substation in about there. Now what we've got to do is get a main power line out through here. Now we've got a power takeoff here, but I don't want to draw the main power from here because this is going to draw a lot of power once this area is up and running. So what we're going to do is, this is the power substation that I planned. So now the question is, do I go out through there? I mean, it's going to look, I mean, this has got an industrial look to it. So I think what I'd like to do, if possible, if I could get to there, it's going to be a little bit inefficient. But if I could get that got to there, I always get nervous, a little bit nervous with we can just that's didn't pick that up. That turned a little bit. Right, we should be able to go a little bit more grandiose now. We kind of split on the road there. You can come to there. Hopefully this will now just make sure this is all connected through, because I don't want to rebuild this. That's connected to there. That's connected to there. That's connected to there. Right, that's connected all the way through. So this is going to be our main power line out to here. And that means what we're going to have to do is put the heating plant in here. So we're going to go off this corner. We're going to go off this corner. Let's clear that again. And what I want to do is we're just going to put the heating plant in about there. Now it's worth noting that the furthest range of the actual underground heating pipes, these are these ones, always use underground heating pipes, never use heating pipes above ground because they actually lose heat. The longest distance you can get for underground heating pipes is about just under a kilometer. I think it's about 980 meters for some obscure reason. So what we're thinking is a heating plant, a large heating plant in this area, and we're going to put this here. Now top tip, oh, we're gonna have a problem unless I can get this to go green. Okay. Oh no, we're actually in range of a construction office. That was pretty cool. They've got a problem here. We're gonna have to do it this way round, which means we're gonna have to put the road out to the left, which could be a bit of a problem because I want the aggregate store to go this way, because of course this coal-fired power plant is going to need an aggregate store. It doesn't need a big one, only needs a small one. Simply because this needs a small store, because we're going to have to deliver the coal by truck. And of course we can save a little bit of distance by doing that. We're not going to connect the road up just yet. So that means that we can use trucks to bring the coal up from here to here. And we got this road connection here. I think what we can do is confirm. Well, we're going to put a road there. But what we may need to do, because we've got to get workers out here. Now, another tip is that if you don't want to spread the pollution, don't build industry around the heating plant, because even if you put relatively light industry near a heating plant, what will happen is the pollution will spread a lot further. So you certainly don't want to build anything that produces a lot of pollution. You need to basically what you need to do is have your heating plants relatively isolated from other forms of industry, and then hopefully that will make sense. I think what we will do is connect them two up so that comes this way, because we've got to build the road out here. So we've now got the heating plant out here. Now the next thing is we've got to work out where we're going to put the actual heat exchanger for the main town. And then ideally I'd like it right in the center of town, but let's just go for a footpath version. I mean, that would be the ideal place, but I mean, we could clear this corner out here. That would, yeah, I think what we'll do is we're actually going to remove this small fountain. Now the other thing we're going to have to do is move you and you. Yeah, so we're going to have to kind of tidy up this area. Where's my demolition group? You come all the way out here, and where is it? Where's those two roads? Oh, there they are. Oh, let's pick them up anyway, so good. I think we can. Now, the other thing I would like to do is clear this corner of all these small buildings. The central committee has decided that there is to be no small buildings in this. We want a modern city. So I think, well, we want one of these footpaths removed first. So we can't really do much more. We'll just let the game run a bit faster. We've still got a lot of work to do. We'll probably tidy up that now. In fact, I think what we will do is just connect that in there. I think we will. Let's move that bit there. So this will give us a kind of alongside the border type road here to make that. Actually, what I'm thinking is we've now got this in here. I'm thinking that maybe we need a proper road construction office out here. I mean, we got access to gravel here, and we got a lot of roads to build out that way. So I think we put you there. Right, what else is being built now? I do need to do something. Let's just have a check the clothes here. Right, the amount of clothes is building up. I've got an idea for that. What are you building? You're building quite a lot, but I think I would like you to start building that. Another reason for building a proper road construction office is the fact that I think another 5 years time we will be able to get pavers and rollers, and that's going to be quite important going forward. Happiness is now improving because we've got some little bit of meat flowing into here. How's that construction office that where did I build it? Here. Just going to push up the priority on that. Now, on the way through here, we're just going to check here. So we've got a little bit of waste building up here. We are still got a lot more waste here. I'm not sure these guys are being that useful, to be honest, because I just can't get the waste out of here. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to change you. You're landfill 2. Let me just look at your route. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is we're going to change you to unload waste. Put you on there. Pick up from there. And then we're going to remove landfill 2. Load for the junkyard. Okay. So what I want to do is start emptying this out, so that we might be able to actually clear out some of the waste from here. I just can't get the distribution office here. So we've got this one here, which is this office here, that says pick up from there. It says waste burning pit. I think maybe if we remove you from there and put you onto there. See, in theory, this one, no, you should pick up. I'm going to remove you from there. And what you should do is pick up from here and drop off from here. So you should pick up from the junkyard, mixed waste, and you should be and unload into there. Has that fixed it? Still not moving it. I mean, I have got it to work in the past, because you can't use a manual route, because all the manual route it does is pick up this. Okay, I'm just going to watch this guy and see what he's doing. Just put you there. I might have not set this up properly. Let me just see if he's actually picking up. Okay, so this guy is actually picking up from there. Right. Let's go to... I think what we'll do is to get these guys a little bit more active. Let's see where he's going now. Junkyard, scrapping facility, cargo. See, it takes such a long time to actually fill up here. Let's just see where he's going now. I must admit, of all the logistics in this game, managing waste is probably by far the biggest challenge. What this will do now is start the processing of this and turning it and getting rid of it, which is what I want to do. So we need to keep this going. Okay, hopefully that might have fixed it. I do need to do a vehicle check in a little while. We are picking up crops. I'm just going to rename you. Oops. Meet this this trip. Right, I'm going to purchase a workshop. It says meat distrib. Okay. Refrigeration capacity. I'm going to get... We got steam powered ice boxes. You're 36, you're 22. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 of those. Yep, let's just give a bit of time for them to come in. I just want to check over here. We have got this we need to build out all this road infrastructure out here to get this going. When we are pulling the various components together, it's just taking a little while. Right, I think what we're going to do now, so we're happiness is slowly increasing. I mean, we are getting to the 1930s, so there is a potential case to make some for a television station. Actually, maybe. Let's just see. I mean, the 1930s is a bit early, maybe for the Soviet Republic. I think the first television broadcasts were kind of being made in the 1930s. No, we're going to carry on until the 1940s. Another 10 years before we worry about television. Yeah, see, this is filling up quite quickly. But if I can start emptying this out, that will be beautiful. I think what I'm going to do is we need to start planning this town up here. So again, exactly the same as before. Now, this is obviously just the skeleton of a town. So what I'm going to do is we're going to measure the heating plant. Measure that. We're going to say we're going to assume that we're going to build the town out this way. So what I'm looking at is a heating plant somewhere down close to this border here. I think maybe we've got a lake here. Actually, we could probably, let me just measure a kilometer actually from the center. If we measure a kilometer from the center, I think if we could put a heating plant about here, a large heating plant here. Again, we're just going to flip it this way. I think maybe, oh look at that, we can get that down fairly flat. Put you there. And then, and of course, we can make this a little bit easier by, actually, I think we're going to just tilt this a little bit to face the tab. This is another way of being able to get maximum kind of capacity, is if you actually place the point the heating plant at the town where you want for it to be, like that. I mean, it's going to be a fair distance out, and then what we'll do is we'll go underground, and we're, yeah, so we can say 980 is about there. Don't like it. We're actually going to move you a little bit closer. I think we'll put the heating plant, say, about there. Put you on this side, say about that far away. And then we're going to just measure the heating. That takes the heating plant just past, so we can put one heating plant, one heat exchanger, sorry, I keep saying heating plant. We put something like I was trying to do with the other one. Oops. We'll just put you there. Right, I just want to remeasure that distance, just so that, just in case I've come in a little bit too close. I mean, we got the heating plant there, so we can say that we'll have a few houses here. Yeah, 680 is a little bit close. So again, we're just going to move we can get the heating plant, say, back against this crossroads. I know I seem to be making quite a lot of fuss about this, but this is quite important to get right, because if you get pollution from a heating plant, it's a real nightmare to fix it. I think we go there. We're going to go underground, and we're going to run you to there. So we've got a heating plant in there. Now the next problem we're going to need is power. It's going to be a similar situation to what we had over here, that we've got a coal-fired power station. We've got coal coming out of here to here. Now the problem's going to be is the steel mill's going to suck up a lot of coal. I'm just wondering, I mean, we got the power plant there. We could run a power cable all the way along here. I think I'm not going to make a decision at the moment, because this is more of a long-term project. I was just putting the heating plant in just to get it sorted and settled up, because we may need to run in various other bits and pieces around here. What I will do is make the road connection so that the road crew can build that. That's definitely where the heating plant's going to be. The power plant, we've got power here, but this will never provide enough power to run everything in this area. Let me just check the substation. We've got a substation here. Now we could, I've got a backfeed into here, but it's not a fully leveled up power supply. Now I think what we're going to have to do is I'm going to review. I think what we're going to do is we've got a steel, an iron mine here, and I think we will probably put a power station in, but we're going to have to put it somewhere in this area, but that means it's going to be a bit close to there. The alternative is that we bring the workforce out to here. When we're still not really getting enough coal from here, although eventually these industries will scale back a bit over time. I need to think about that one. Apologies, guys. Yeah, the fire here is okay. I mean, eventually we will get the thing here. Let me just, right, by now, after all my prevarication, we should now have these guys in here. That's a bit risky. What we're going to do is send you, we're going to get this working again, unload 30% of that here is 30 tons, 10% is 3 ton. I think we'll start with 30%, because this is full anyway, which means these are probably full. I think it says food shortage. Let me just check. Again, I think I'm overloading my food distribution. Let me just see. I don't think you deliver food to... No, you don't deliver food to there. Who delivers the food to the huts? These guys. I think it's time to push these up a little bit. Get a little bit more food into here. We've got the trucks for it, so maybe it's time to increase that a little bit, because we're not, I mean, the amount of food is 3.75 tons, so maybe we need to start getting a little bit more food into there. Why are we delivering coal here? What are you doing? Who are you? Um, um, you're delivering to there. We don't really need your coal delivered to there now. Um, why are you picking up coal from here? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's the iron we're picking up. The coal. Where are you? You guys are not doing very much. I think the problem is that we're not really still producing enough coal, so we've got to leave that in there. But you don't need to move coal all the way to that fueling station anymore. Or is there anyone still picking up from it? Okay, we got... Who are you? Why are you picking up from here? Ah, I know why. I didn't change that, so you need to be removed from there. And you need to be added to there. Actually, I think what we will do is leave you on there for the moment. Oh, can't assign more buildings. Okay, so we got 19 tons of coal. I think eventually we'll remove that. We got workers without a job. And we got here. Yeah, we got lots and lots of workers here. Are you picking up your workers from here? This guy should be picking up his workers from here. Let me just make sure. Okay, we got this. We definitely need a road crew. I need... What's this road crew doing? Well, alright. Yeah, I've kind of built this in the wrong place, but I think you're going up the priority list. We need that and that built. I don't want this built, in case you guys have hooked up to it. I think what we're going to do is... right, these guys are in repair mode. I need that and that built so that we can get to here and then build this, get this built, and then we can start pushing out the road this way. Right, so we're going to go back to here. That corner should be cleared now. So we should now be able to put the heat exchanger on game. There it is. Just sneak that heat exchanger on this corner. It's going to look a bit out of place, but there's not much I can do about it. We're going to need this in the center here so that we get maximum heat. Where's the... There it is. There's building in the way. What's in the way? Well, we can go to there and then just, why is it saying building in the way? Right, great. I just love this game sometimes. In the way, is it? Oh, it's what's happened is that this is on a rise, so that means that the building is a bit higher up, which means what we've got to do is try and smooth this out a bit. Yeah, it's the effect of the building itself. There we are. We get you out there. Okay. And that should come to there. And that will hook up that to that to that. I'm not sure if we can remove the... That makes it all into... By taking these out, that makes it all into one construction project. Make sure it's all connected up. What that will do is bring the power into the center of town. What I am going to do is start demolishing these. So the central committee is designated that these buildings are no longer required. I'm actually running out of time on this video, so traffic jam. Okay, where's the traffic jam? I would guess that what we've got here is a... Alright, we'll temporarily... Yeah, what's happened here is this building is meant to be repaired, and because this has only got one drop-off slot, these this is one of the problems with buildings with only one drop-off slot when you've got maintenance enabled, that the alcohol delivery truck blocks the progress of the other one. We should be able to put that back on now. Now, while we're at this, I just want to talk about one other thing. That is, if you see here, this is the materials needed to repair. What you will notice is that it's when you're building, most buildings are under normal repair and they haven't got too much wear and tear. What you will see is it's bricks, boards, prefabs and concrete. So the resource that you need to provide to access to maintain your maintenance, of the biggest of all of them, the biggest headache is actually concrete. You can see this is now started because we got workforce have now come in to do it, and it shouldn't take long to get that repaired. Yeah, so when you're planning, so it's very important that when you're planning your towns, bear in mind that you've got to have at least one source of concrete within your maintenance range of all your buildings. I've still got the crime rate on. Yeah, so that's something that you do need to be aware of. Right now, if we come back over here, I just want to, we've got this here. So what I can do now is find those trucks that are all related vehicles. Come in here, and you're now to pick up from here, and we're just going to remove you. What that will do is shorten down the distance that these meat trucks delivering here are having to travel. So okay, we're just gonna put you there, you're going to deliver there, and we're just going to remove you. think what we'll do is we'll just check the how much is stored in here. So you're still maxed out. Good. We're going to push you to 50% now. Right. We've got to decide what we want built here. What I do need is a what is the most one? You're 18. You're bulldozer 9. We're going to use excavators for our road crew. So we're going to make about 3 of those. And then I suppose what I need to do is take a look at the how bad the wear and tear on our vehicles is. Right, we got a bus, we got a tower crane that's in trouble. Entire map that's could tell me. We got a dry bulk tank. Okay, that is not worth manufacturing. Right, it looks like we need buses more than anything else at the moment. I just want to see whether we've got any good buses. See if we've had any new buses delivered. Capacity over speed. We got 14. Okay, I might have a problem here. Oh no, we got. It's the bus template over here. Let's have a look. Because of course, the good buses are in here. It looks very much like I've lost the buses that I was using, so we're going to have to. And this is one of the important things when you play early access, that when you have a good vehicle and it's got a short lifespan, what you need to do is actually buy the template. Right, so we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Yes, you need to actually buy the template to get things done. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.